popular card. So I think I spent a lot of time on this one. What did I say? Text is pushed down and there's less space. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on with these two cards here? So this one has spell in it, so it makes it really hard to find because I can't research any card that says magic. So these are the two cards on the right. Okay, so 2 to the 6 apparently sits on top of the R and card, and then 2 through the 6, and then it's through the R. So that would be text is pushed up. Oh, but that. Oh, sorry. No, it'd be text is pushed down. The text, because the one. I can't look at these are frustrating because you can't look at the first editions for comparison, so you just have to like figure out which one is meant to be which, and that is difficult to do. Probably the ones that are, especially since the previous ones all have text that is pushed up. These could be actually backwards, and probably are now that I think about it, which makes this a challenge. Okay, so hang on, let me go to the first edition. Look, so a card here goes through card. So, whoops. So it goes through card. There's no reference to magic until later. So that looks like it goes through. 2 to the 6 goes through. 2 and 6 goes through. Okay, 2 to 6, and that's over. 2 to 6, and that's over. And that's through. So, yeah, okay, so it went, the first one was through, second's through, the last one was through, and these two are over. So I think what I'm thinking is this last one is the same as the original two, and that's why that has happened. But it's also magic, and spell, and that's never a good idea to compare those cards. And then the fact that these two look like each other and there's more tactical evolutions than our collector's tins would be probably correct. I don't think I've ever seen collector's tins are hard to find. Like the tactical evolutions are a little more plentiful, especially for the rares. What is this? An ultra rare. Because people then they don't like how they look. They're bad copies, and they want to try and sell them. And the collector's tins, just I don't know. There just wasn't as they're harder to find for whatever the reason it seems like sometimes. So I'm gonna move on, but there are differences. Um, I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm correct. I think the text being pushed down, so the ones that miss the R, so this one, and not this one. But I'm not 100% sure, to be perfectly honest, and I gotta move on. So again, this is Texas pushed up. So maybe this is Texas pushed up. It needs further research, but you're gonna have to do it on your own. I'll I'm getting you guys like 90% of the way there. Okay, Soul of Purity of Light, and like, cause I have other stuff I need to do. It's almost 2 o'clock, dude. And I'm at 66. This is ridiculous. I need to speed this up rapidly. Okay, I'm just saying, but I need to show you the examples because I can't just go by like what I've written. 7 and 6 crosses over the stem of the D. 7 and 6 is into the D, so I think that this is first edition. I think this is pushed up, which I believe is correct. Okay, this one here, this goofy one is confirmed that I grabbed from online. Okay, if I just go to the next picture, I'm going to skip all that. You can pause and look at it if you want. You can just tell that E will fit on top of that E. This E will barely fit on top of that E. There's a difference there. The color, there's a difference. If I zoom out, you can just see the E fits on top of that easily. This one barely fits. There's a huge difference there. Spirit of the Flames. Aqua Spirit. This card sucks. Oh, I did find this one though, right here on the end. So I don't even need to see the whole card to know. Oh, shit. Where did that take me? Oh my god, all the way back here. Okay. This card was nice and easy. I was getting frustrated, and like sometimes I'll be like, oh man, these cards are so similar. There's just no difference. And then just bam, there's just. I actually find the actual Tactical Evolutions card. And I was like, dude, am I just am I wrong about all those previous ones? And I don't think I am. So clearly there's a bigger gap. All these other cards, I measured 10 of these before they were all the same. So and anytime I do that, anytime I take a massive amount of cards and I keep getting the same result, I can't tell. I can't find the one I want. I can't find the one that's different. All I'm doing is proving that all the other cards are identical. So again, it's stuff that you don't see that I do that makes me think, okay, anytime you see that there is a difference, like, wow, okay, there's obviously just two different types then. So there's gap difference there, pretty easy to see. Gap difference there. We're going to cruise through these quick. L, yep. Guess what? They're different. Garuda, I mean, this card sucked. That's why I measured it so much. I don't even think I found one, to be perfectly honest. So I don't want to spend too much time. Oh wait, it was this one, I think. Oh my god. Okay, let me look at the first edition really quick. That's not first edition. This is first edition. Shoot. Okay, so it cuts through the E. That's the same. Cuts top of the E, cuts through. Same thing. That cuts through the E quite a bit. That cuts through the E quite a bit. That cuts through the E massively. So I think that's probably what it is just this last one. Whoops. This last one. And that gap in the O did it. So I think the text is pushed up. I don't know what I even said there. But this one's too hard to tell. Okay, okay, it sits on top of the O. This is the first edition, misses the O. From the 2 to the 7, misses the O, I mean. From the 2 to the 7, sits on top of the O, but guess what? Did that change it? Not really. So this is, I think, there's something there. I'm not sure. I don't have time to deliberate. I'm sorry. Gillosaurus. All right, let's just take a look at the first edition and go through here. 5 to the 7. Misses the O. Misses the O quite a bit. Misses the O quite a bit. Sits on top of the O. Sits on top of the O. Oh my god. Wow. I'm speechless. So first edition, this one kind of looks like it. I have the back of it. It's all beat to hell. And there's it's the biggest gap on the O, isn't it? Yeah. So I think the other ones are intended to be on the O. This is it here. That might also be it. And that's on the O. So it even could be, might be these two. Wait, these two. Yeah. I could be wrong. It looks like it's this one for sure. Okay, I'm in the 70s. That's not bad. Okay, I can maybe explain a little bit more here. This card sucked. Okay, I don't even want to talk about this one, to be perfectly honest. It was really hard. It's very close. You'll notice, again, we go through these easy patches and bad patches. Okay, this is a magic spell card. Whatever. Okay, so this one looks pretty whited out. And I have to go to the bathroom. So, let's see. 7 to 2. E. 7 to 2. Okay, space. Okay, so this one wasn't... And no space. So... This card's different. I wasn't sure which one was which. That's the problem. So if you go to field on the first edition card... Oh my god. First edition field. Okay, there is a space, but it also says magic and not spells. So I wasn't sure if that affected anything. It actually shouldn't, because that would just adjust the left and the right, which could... If you move this to the right, it would give a gap, but I don't think they did that. There's nowhere to move it to. Did they move it to the right? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to assume the gap is a product of being an original. So there's no gap there. So this is the original with the gap, and there's no gap. So the gap is the original. So these are wrong. I have these mislabeled. Um, the one with the gap should be Collector's Tin. That should be Tactical Evolution, and I think that's deleted. Now, again, these are last minute changes, but and that makes sense that these would be. But that I could be wrong again because the text is pushed down, then this would have to be. And there's no guarantee that it's going to look like the first edition because of magic. I mean, it could be. It could. Okay, forget what I just said. Hold on. Back up. Back up. Okay, so anytime they change magic to spell or whatever, it did affect. They would change the spacing of these words. Um, excuse me. And the end would be the same. It's not like the LOB. So forget what I just said. There is a difference in the spell copies. Good luck figuring it out. The one with the wider text boxes is the reprint. So this actually looks. So the one on top, what is this? Right here. The one on top of the E is probably original, but then that's the first edition isn't on top of the E. There's also more collector's tins than there is tactical evolutions, which is odd. And this is pretty white, so I think I am correct. I think this is actually tactical evolutions. This is, I don't know. I gotta keep going. Sorry. Again, if I just had these stupid ass cards next to each other and I had them from an actual special editions set, like the rich kids that got like 10,000 cards, they could just put them down and they could solve all these problems for us. But no, they haven't. They don't take the time to do that, right? And that would be too much work. And like I said, as far as I know, there's not a database, so this is what I have to do. I could go buy the Tactical Evolutions cards and eventually get a set and then compare it, but I'm not going to do that. That would be insane. I don't have time. Top of the T, top of the T, top of the T, top of the T. Are all these cards the same? So it could be exactly the same. What's this last one? Oh, I didn't do that. What's this last one here? Top of the T with space. Could be pushed down, hard to say. This is a bad example. These all kind of look the same. I don't know that I found it. Unfortunately, you're going to have to just suffer with me on that one. All right. Okay. On top of the A, space. So I think it's pushed down. I think. Oh, can I look at the bracket? I think I was looking at the bracket. Yeah, look at the bracket. Oh, let me look above and see if there's any bracket differences. This is kind of different. It's really weird. It plays tricks on you because of the size of the boxes. Anyway, that's probably one of the best indicators. But these right here for sure. L is blurry, but it's tight. It's not so tight. And then go to the first edition. Try to remember this spacing here, right? It's like 2/3 of the letter A. Try to remember that space, and you go over here. Blah, that's tight. Can you get 2/3 of the A in there? Probably not. All right, this guy again, same kind of thing. The space. Hang on for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm here. Excuse me. I had to solve the national debt crisis. I was unable to do so. Supply. Oh, that's ironic because I just desupplied. Okay, we're almost to the 80s and we're almost done. I'm gonna finish this by. Okay, we'll be all right. The line misses the right leg of the end, clips the end, misses the end. Okay, so usually like before I would show you a small difference like that at the beginning of the video, and you thought I was an idiot. And if you've made it this far, you realize that there's probably some truth to what I'm saying. So I think the text is pushed down. That's why it catches that like a little bit. Hard to say on this one because this one has that whitish text box. Again, the picture the coloring can be misleading. Boy, I don't know. Oh, is this a picture of the? Yeah, This one in the middle is probably it. I don't know. Okay, this one I think I had a lot of problems with until I got to the last card. I started the first edition. Shoot. Started the first edition here. Zoom, slide. I have a line that goes through. Okay, the O and opponents. That goes through. Second card's different. That's probably on top. That's on top. That's through. Oh my god, what a disaster. Okay, oh, I know. Let's just look at the brackets. That's why I popped this last card on here. I think was because of the brackets, maybe. Whoa, that is a huge gap right there. That's massive. Okay, that was the one I pictured, put on. So, yeah. So this end card doesn't even matter. Um, it's this crooked one right here. You can just see. And sometimes I wouldn't notice this stuff. Okay, one last time. Okay. So look, there's a difference. A, and there's a massive amount of room. A, there's not enough room. So there it is. So it's weird because I will look for this card for a long time and I won't be able to find a Tactical Evolutions one. And they'll be like, wow, it must be pretty close, but that's a huge difference. So on some of these, like the earlier ones, I kind of feel like, man, oh man, am I just missing the card? I'm not sure, but I think I have it right. Some of them just don't have a lot of a difference, to be perfectly honest. Okay, this guy here, draw the line, 6 to the 7, 6 to the 7. Let me zoom in a little bit. 77. Okay, I need to get this video over with. Okay, like if you look at like the T goes through the cross and the T, it's up above. This text is pushed down on the second one, I think. I think I'm correct. Does this have some roller damage? Yeah, maybe. Trap card, what do we got here? Collected power. There's a pretty big gap there with the S. Seems like less of a gap. Is there a difference? First edition. Looks like it cuts through. Okay, destroy. It's on top of the S. On top of the S. Whoa. Why do I have color differences? 7 to 7 on top of the S, kind of cutting through the top. 7 to 7, cutting through the top, very top of the S. 7 to 7 is the green line. And it's significantly cutting through the S, not just cutting through the top portion. And so is this one. Seems like it's cutting through the S. It's going through the T. It's going through the cross of the T, missing the cross of the T, missing the cross of the T. So I think these two are tactical evolutions. It's really hard to tell with some of these trap cards, unfortunately. Is there a difference in height in the gaps? You know, probably. And that looks pretty good. I mean, I can fit my cursor in there. I can't, you know, if I put the point of, oh god. So again, imagine the white arrow cursor is not there and I'm just going by the reticule and I put the bottom of the crosshairs on the S and then the left one lines up with the text box or the text box. I do the same over here, ignoring the white arrow, and I put I mean, dude, that's noticeably different. Like you can't even fake that. Like I can even put it from the bottom of the arrow and slide it over the text box. So as long as those are the same height, which they are, then that's obviously pushed down. That's different. Probably the same for that one. So you get the idea, right? Trap cards, same thing. Crap. Let's go over here. I'm just trying to finish this. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Crosshairs over the M and the O. Over the M and the O, but a little bit lower. Kind of. M and the O, but on the M and the O. On the M and the O. Okay, so right at the top of the M and the O. They're all in between, same location. So right at the top, right at the top. A little bit higher up, a little bit higher up. So what in the hell does that mean? So this one's high up, This one's high up. I'm saying the text is pushed up. And these all could be, I don't know, it's so hard to tell. These all could be tactical evolutions, but let's try it. Let's try a different way. That way sucks. Okay, we got fuzzy 9 to, I think, went to the 7. It's cutting through the bottom of the T. 9 to 7. It's missing the T, so that would be pushed up. 9 to the 7. It's missing the T, like substantially, right? So, oh, it's a little off. That's why. So I tweaked it. Okay, still, that's missing quite a bit. So, first, back to the first edition. It's right on the T of 2. Oh, whoops. Okay. Misses the T of 2. Okay, yeah, big difference from T of 2. Those are both different. And so is that third one. So again, those are all, is it my first edition? Maybe just as a crappy picture? I don't think so. It could be I messed up down here or something. But if I want to put the same amount of gap, it'd be like right here, and that's not in the 9. So that's different. Maybe the card's bent. Is that card bent? It is bent. Haha. Yeah, okay, so that's a bad example. So then we're just comparing. Yeah, not that one because that card has a noticeable bend in it. Again, it's kind of funny. So the M and the O. Okay, so that one is different. These two are the same. So this one, I think, and it looks kind of different. Damn it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that. Shit. Let's see if it's this one and the text is pushed up. If it's this one originally, then the text is pushed down. So I'm not 100% sure. Oh crap! I gotta look in the stupid brackets. Corners. I don't know. Okay, wrong way. Okay, I just did a corner to corner on this guy, I think, and top of the T. Oh boy, that's gonna be the same. Oh, let me try the other side. What in the hell? What am I doing on this one? Okay, so I think this is a Texas pushed up situation. So, my God, what time is it? I gotta go, dude. I gotta go. I can't do these in sections either. I don't have time. I'm trying to get this all done. Okay, Texas pushed up. I'm just gonna say. Okay, I can't do this because this is magic. That's magic. Spell. Okay, cuts through the C, cuts through the C, misses the C, could be a push down. I'm not 100% sure. Very hard to tell. Okay, I'm at the home stretch, so I'm trying to finish this. Oh my god. What am I doing? I'm in the weeds. Okay, so V goes through the V. Wait, let me find a spot here. Cuts through the V in graveyard. Cuts through the V in graveyard. Misses the V in graveyard. Misses the V in graveyard. Again, very hard to tell. It's there. The differences are there. It's impossible to tell by the color. Usually on these pictures, there are gaps. There are differences. Like it's just too hard for me to know. Like even if I zoomed in all the way and looked at the cornering of these cards, I can fit that almost goes all the way across. And then I go here, and it seems like it hits more. It seems like this second card is farther down, and maybe it is. But it's just too hard to tell because of these images. But it can be done. I apologize. Let's see. Like this is a lot of work to do. Okay, so 7 to 3 it kind of goes through the 0 of 100 there. This one goes right through the middle. Okay, so that's probably different. This kind of goes through the top, and this one kind of goes in between. All right, let's choose a different point. Might have been bad idea. B, okay, on top of the B. 3 to 3 on top of the B. Oh, wait. I used a different marker on the second one. Why did I do that? That's weird. Okay, sometimes I would just compare like two cards, I think. Yeah, so I would make changes as I go. So 7 to the 3. Okay, on top of this final O. 7 to 3 on top of the last O. 7 to 3 on top of the last O. That means I gotta go back to here and change this. 7 to 3 on top of the last O. What the heck? Did I not find any difference with this? I probably didn't. Weird. Okay, I gotta move on. I'm sorry. I know this isn't exactly confidence inducing, but I gotta go. 9 through the 4. 9 through the 4. 9 through the 4. 9 through the 4. Okay, what was I doing? Top of the S and this. That's close to that. That is also close. That looks like it is pushed down. The second one was kind of the same. That's okay. So that one's into the S. So probably this last one. And again, I think I have another picture of this. Yeah, I do. So, holy cow. So I think this one in the middle is the difference. If I could see the back of the cards, that'd be nice, but I didn't include that. These are kind of blurry, but I think this one in the middle, it's a little bit brighter. I don't think it's a product of the flash. It's a little bit different. This box is a little different color. I think it's just pushed down a little bit. Next, I gotta keep going. Destruction punch. All right, 6 to the 5. Hits the top of the R and your. Same thing. Push down just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Is there a better point of reference? Side, E side. Okay, there's a space. Space. Okay, so it's pushed down. Yeah, just a little bit is what I'm thinking. Blind destruction. Blind destruction. 2 to the 6 through the O. Okay, how about through the period? 2 to the 6, missing the period. 2 to the 6 through the period. And that doesn't help. Oh, man. So you can see when I... These cards are really hard, and like... it takes me a long time to do this. So this was a challenging section for sure. But see, through the O, through the O... Oops. Through the O, through the O. They're all through the O. I don't know what the hell. I don't think I found this one, and that's true too. I apologize for putting stuff like Texas push down, because sometimes I would think, hey, the Texas push down, I would come back. I'm not convinced on that one. Okay, same with this guy, the spell and the spell. There was not a lot of Emperor's Holiday cards to look at that said spell. I think these are basically the same, and they kind of look the same too, right? The text box is the same. Texas push down. I don't know. I don't think so. I feel bad even having that up there, to be perfectly honest, but I'm gonna have to keep it because I don't have time. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry. The final. Okay, this has no mention of magic or spell, so it can be right in the upper 2/3 of the N. Same thing, kind of halfway. That's way at the top. Okay, so I think I'm saying that the text gets pushed down for this a little bit. E misses the E. So I think this last one is a text push down. Text push down. Even though this is like flaming bright pink, I don't know why that is. Just somebody has a weird ass color filter on or something. But N's kind of in the middle, and this one's on top. I think the text was pushed down. it's really hard to tell. It's probably close. This one I'm confident in because I have these 2 spell card copies. They're pretty basic, but if you do the 9 into the 9, okay, cuts through the, okay, just hits the W, and 9 through the 9, and it's pretty much into the W because this is pushed down. You do the same thing, just the cross trick, and it catches the E, and it catches more of the E. So this one is pushed down for sure. Now these text boxes, they look the same. So sometimes it's like whitened out, I swear, and sometimes it's not. I don't know why that is. It could be a product of the pictures, the text box. It could just be the coloring is just. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, like, I know there's 2 types of these cards. Like, they are different. The text is pushed down, and then you go to the N. This is probably a better example because these cards, it's like they're flatter. One of these I didn't get, and this might have been the N. Top of the H, yeah, it might have just been this one. The E situation. That looks the same to me. And I don't think I got the N one. I just kept Texas pushed down because I believed that it would be. Well, these look the same too, I think. Oh, man. I mean, you can look at the first edition. That will help. Okay, and let me go back to the ends. Ends, because I want to have more than one example of. Okay, that's pretty convincing. So it cuts through the H, and text is pushed down on that H. So the I, you kind of see it with the E, it's pushed down. The N, you see it with the E as well, but I have it on the H part. The A, it exists, but I don't think I could find the card. That's why all 3 of these look alike. The L, I think I did find it. I'm not sure. So it's brighter. Okay, maybe it's just the spell cards where they didn't have the super bright text box. Space on the N, bigger space. Okay, I gotta keep going. Okay, 93. Okay, oh my God, we're almost there. What time is it? Okay, we're doing good. Okay. Whoops. I'm just gonna let that go. Okay, through the N, through the N, through the N. What? Spell. Oh yeah. Of course, naturally, yes. Whoa, those are way different. Oh, that's because I missed there. Okay, hold on. Go back to my first edition. Do the. Oh, that's because the card moved on me. That's why it tweaked. Okay, so just misses the P, just misses the P, hits the P a little bit. I'm assuming that it's probably pushed down. That's what I'm gonna say. This ain't easy, by the way, because I don't have the cards. I'm trying to help. Oh, I just got texted. Okay, misses. Let's see, the S. Hits the S, hits the S. Healthily. That's even more of a healthy hit. So what am I saying here? Hold on. Let me start over here. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to show you. It's not enough for me just to scroll through and be like, look, there's a difference. I'm trying to actually show like the 5 to the 4. Okay, it just misses. Just gets the I. 5 to the floor, super blurry. Just gets the I. Those are probably the same. 5 to the 4, same thing. And I didn't do anything to this card. So, what the hell? I think I just gave up on this one. I think I gave up. Oh, this one's an E copy anyway, so don't ignore this. Do ignore this. This is just European. So apparently, Why did I think? Oh, I can kind of see it from a distance. You know, that happens sometimes. So the S space, and there's just a bigger space. But why didn't that show up? That's weird. I was just looking in the wrong spot. Okay, let's do this one last time. Oops. 5 to the 4 cuts through the S. 5 to the 4 cuts through the S. And that's on top of the S. So I'm thinking it just gets pushed down just a little bit. That's all I'm saying on that one. Okay, spell. Ooh, Konami, Gradius, yay. Goes through the N. On top of the N, I mean, goes through the N. That's the difference. I think it's pushed down. This one I was able to get, I think, pretty convincingly on the last one. Let's see here. First edition, top of the G into gate. Top of the G on the gate. That's measured from a different spot. That's measured from a different spot. So let me just look at those two then. Top of the C on card, through card. Okay, so top of the C card, through card. I think this text is pushed down. If I'd measured it using the other method, I'm sure it would be fine. 97, just a few more to go. Oh my god. Okay, just ignore this reprint crap. I don't have time to get into it. I'm looking at. Okay, fine. We'll look at this reprint. Oh my god. Okay, is this it? Is it the second one? Yeah, okay. Second one. This is it. Okay, the reprint one, 2 to the, I think that's a 7. The Y and your, 2 to the 7. Close, 2 to the 7. Closer, so this is probably lower, and it's also a different color. And 2 to the 7 is right on the Y. So this one right here, this one right here is the push down tactical evolutions is what I think, because you can tell it is wider. They for the spell cards, the blend is more consistent, but it's wider. Similar to, it's not quite this one. It's hard to tell by pictures though, for sure. Okay, coming up. Let's see what we got here. 6 to the 9, I guess. Top of the D, we'll say. 6 to the 9. More space under the D. 6, 9, more space. 6, 9, more space. Oh my god. So, I can't do the magic card, duh. So the magic card's different than the spell cards. Oh, that makes sense. It should be. So what's the other difference? Text is pushed down somewhere. Let's see. Where's a good spot to look? Cuts through the R. Cuts heavily through the R. Cuts through the R. How about cuts through the V? Cuts through the V. Cuts through the V. Cuts heavily through the V. One more check here. Goes through the A. Goes through the A. These all look the same to me. I'm not sure. I think these are the same. I'm not sure what the heck is going on in that one. I apologize. I'm trying to finish strong here. Finish strong. All right, this is one of my favorite cards. It's gonna be the same. Goes through the T on turn. T on turn. T on turn. T on turn. Did I find it? They all sort of look the same. They all sure do look the same color. I don't think I could find this one. Actually, I'm pretty confident I couldn't. Probably the same with the previous one too. To be perfectly honest, because a lot of these spell cards, I would just run out of cards to look at, and then I wouldn't make much changes or anything. That's probably why I don't have any text boxes except for on that one. Maybe I did think that. I don't know. First editions. Okay, we got 5 more cards, 6 more cards, I think. My God. Okay, the B. Oh my God, the B, the B, the B. I have no brackets. Where's my brackets to help me? Oh, I think it's the 3 on this one. Cuts through the 3. Cuts through the 3 a little bit. Cuts through the 3 a little bit. So again, oh, that's why, because they're all spell cards. Okay, that's interesting. Doesn't cut through the 3, cuts through the 3, cuts through the 3. I think I skipped a card. So I think this is Tactical Evolutions pushed down. I could be wrong. It doesn't scream it out at me. Colors on this one. Oops, I went too far. Like, these magic cards are actually pretty challenging, but I'm going to wrap this up in a minute and just try to help. Okay, so I went text box here. Let's see, through the A and dragon, let's say. That's higher up. Text box. I can't even see that. That looks like it's through. And that looks like it's higher up. So alternating. That's exactly what it looked like. This looked like, shit, I can't remember. Higher up is the, yeah. Okay, so this was through because it's magic. This was higher up because the text was pushed down. This was through, even though it's a spell card because it was normal. And this was higher up because it's a spell card and pushed down. And you can tell these are visibly brighter, and that doesn't always mean anything. But in this particular case, it certainly looks that way. So those should be tactical evolutions. Trying to finish strong here. I know I know you're watching this video and you're like, dude, okay, I don't know if I'm better off now or worse off, but I promise you're going to be better off. All right, so middle of the UT in the middle, raised up a little bit. I don't even know. Okay, one of these is probably pushed down. All right, I apologize. Okay, I just need to finish this through the middle of the O. That's the high part of the O, middle of the O. So usually might not be enough. This kind of has shades of being a little shinier than this. Really hard to say. Might not have had enough examples. But if so, I mean, you can tell from here just like a little bit. Another thing too is like it's hard to explain everything. I don't have enough time to show you all the angles and stuff. So there's stuff that I've missed. Anyway, so that's lower than the half. That's above the half, and then that's in the half. So that could just be middle, high. Let's see. It looks like it's low, high, low. So I'm saying this middle card is different, which makes sense. This magic card is going to be different. This is going to look like the magic card. So one of these. So all I have to do is find a difference between the two spell cards, right? And I think there is a difference. You know, and if you look at the other side too, I don't always go from corner to corner, right? So you can see the other side. So that's through the O. This misses the O. This is the high part of the O. This is the middle of the O. So this over here gets pushed, or this one in the middle gets pushed down from both sides, both lines. So that I think that's pretty clear. Okay, last card, Magic Cylinder. Oh my freaking god. Let's just go ahead and give it a good dose here. So I'm drawing from corner to corner. I think this one's pretty easy. You could say a lot of things for this. Let's say it's under. Let's say it's through this monster's ass. Through this monster's ass. That's lower. And that's lower. So those last two are pushed down. Maybe. Oh, did I do a cross trick for all of these? Yeah, let's look at the other line then. Real quick. It hits top of the E. Next card. Pretty close to that. Next card. Okay, that seems to be through the E pretty much. And that's way through the E. So this is one of those pushed up ones, or no? It says push down. Why is that? Let's see. One last time. I mean, it's okay. It's really bad. Okay, we're just gonna okay. Screw this, dude. We're gonna do this the right way. Okay, so this is how I did it. This whole process. Okay, you get the best cards you possibly can. You find a good, like usually the 2 points or the 7 points were pretty good. You zoom in, but not too much because you don't want to. The twos and the sevens were pretty good because it was very a definitive view. Okay, so that's right where the 2 is supposed to be. Let's go ahead. Is this an? Oh, I thought that said IO4. That was weird. Tip of the 4. Then you got to go back here and kind of adjust the 2 a little bit. This is what I did. Oh, I don't know, 1,000 times. So 2 to the 4. Next card. Which 2? First 2 or second 2? First 2. Okay, we're gonna do this quick, and then we're gonna do a summary, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here because I need to do stuff. 2, 4, point of the 4, right? Yep. Make sure you go back, make sure the 2 is in the right spot because it does move a little bit. Third card. And this is stuff you can, like, you don't have, you're not gonna have to do all this all the time. Like, I promise you. Excuse me, just for like the rares and stuff. You're gonna have to do this. Am I still recording? Probably. I sure hope so. Okay, so readjust the 2. Okay, last card, and then we'll see what this freaking card is actually doing. 2, 4. Oh man, there we go. 2 to the 4. Whoops, what am I doing? 2. Okay, that's close enough. All right, let's see. What do we get? Checking 2, 4. All right, so we've got the lines. Follow it up. Okay. Monsters. It is just barely okay. Shaving into this S, it's missing the other S. So we got a miss and a shave. Next card. Okay. The S. Wait, which one is it missing? It's missing the bottom one. Okay. Second one. Okay, it's missing the S. It's shaving the second S. Okay, those cards are probably the same. Okay, now what do we hear? We've got not a miss and a shave. Whoops. Sorry, I zoomed in too much. This is the third card. So no, we don't have a miss and a shave. We have a shave and a miss. Okay. So that would indicate, since we looked at the first editions before, that would indicate that it was a miss and a shave. Now it's so this is hitting now. So the text was pushed up, which is rare. Usually it's pushed down. I think this last card was a little bit different. So again, first edition, miss, shave. Second card, miss, shave. And then shave and a miss. And you don't want to miss shave your monster's ass, is the whole point of this. And then finally the last one. So this third one's different. The last one I think was the same as the third one. And you have a shave and a miss. So okay, so this is like the whole process of me doing this. It's like trying to unravel the information that I just processed. Is it make believe? Well, I can see this card is bent. That might affect things. I hadn't really noticed that before. This card's actually a little bit tweaked too, but it's oddly similar to this. This card is not. So there are differences here for sure. So this last card, it is bent, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, even though it seems to be bent uniformly in a way that wouldn't affect it. I really can only go by this, and just looking at the slight difference of the S, it just looks like it's pushed up. And I know that's very minor, but you've seen all the differences in the previous cards, so it could be legitimate, especially with these trap cards. So they didn't push the text around. Now, if you had the same, they didn't push the text around very much. If you had the same cards right next to each other, it'd be easy to tell. Okay, look, wow. Okay, I'm gonna go through this spreadsheet. What time is it? All right, really quickly. That's a lot. Damn it. Don't look at that. Okay. Spreadsheet. Screw it. I'm just going to enlarge it. Okay, so spreadsheet here. Okay, so Gemini Elf text was pushed down. Remember that card from the beginning? Yes, it was. And I put a green where I know for sure. Okay, what I believe. Mass Beast. I know I stumbled on that one a little bit. I think it's down. All of these. Landstar was down. Humanoid Slime, I think, is down. Worm Drake. So basically, I'm going off of this. I'm going to scroll down. I'm not going to go over all this so you can look at it. The ones that say red are really hard to determine. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. And like I apologize. This took me so many damn hours to do. Like I got way into the weeds because I started to realize that there was a Tactical Evolution Special Edition. The whole point of this video was really just to tell you how to collect the unlimited original print cards. And then I got sucked, like I said, I got pulled into this rabbit hole of stuff. Now, there are differences. There's clear and plain, simple differences to find with the Tactical Evolution cards, 100%. And there are different cards. They printed a card, right, for the 2007 set. So they are findable. And when they show up, you're just going to have to look at the colors to be able to make the differentiation. And hang on, let me get through all this, and I'm going to do a final summary. I'm just going to skip through this as much as I can in case you wanted to screenshot it for any reason, if this is helpful to you at all. Okay, I'm almost done. So like I said, okay, great. So I'm going to go back to the top. So the whole point of this video was to help you collect the original prints or the unlimited cards. Okay, not the first editions, but get closest to the first editions as humanly possible. And then I totally went down this tangent of the Tactical Evolution Special Editions. So if you're watching this video, you don't even have to worry about the Tactical Evolution. I just wanted to jam it all into one, and I do apologize for doing that. So if you want to collect just the unlimited original print cards as close to the first edition as you can, it's much easier, and I'm going to talk about right now. So there will be some problems with certain cards, but for the most part, everything in green should be okay. Worm Drake might be a little bit difficult, even though I have a picture of that with the unboxing, so it had a noticeable gap. So I don't think that's actually going to be an issue, to be perfectly honest. The humanoid slime is the one I had the problem on. So this actually shouldn't be a problem. So Gemini Elf, yeah, Mass Beast, all these cards are good. Worm Drake should be possible. Now, anyone that's red that I couldn't find a great copy of, Tactical Evolutions, all you have to do is collect a magic card. Okay, so that makes the unlimited part of it real simple. So, okay, so Tornado Wall is a trap card. Torrential Tribute is a trap card. Those are going to be challenging. All these monster cards should be pretty easy. Any all spell and magic cards, you just want to get magic card, and that'll predate the 10s from 2003, and that's as good as you're going to be able to do. And that, like, United We Stand is nice. You just get the magic card. Offerings to the Dooms, get the magic card. Okay, so for most of these, Ryoku Field has a reference to spell or magic in the card itself, so you just need to get one that says magic, not spell. Okay, same thing with the Emperor's Holiday. It actually says in the card itself something like collect a spell card or something like that. You want the ones that say collect a magic card or whatever. Same thing with Spirit Message. Actually, just get a magic card for that because it's a spell. You want to get a magic card. Okay, so there are differences. My overall summarization of this now 2.5 hour video or 2 hour video or whatever it was is pretty simple. Like, if you're trying to get the original prints, you want to get all magic cards, even the ones that have the spell in the text. They want to say magic. Other than that, you want to avoid the cards that have the differences that I showed you as in much detail as I possibly can that are from 2007. Labyrinth of Nightmare came out in 2003. The 2007 reprints are pretty easy to spot. I did the best I could showing you all the versions that I could. There are subtle differences that are really hard to identify with crappy pictures on eBay, and then for me to have to go back and rediscover what those differences are in real time while I'm trying to do a video is really hard. Like there are some cards where you probably thought I was a freaking idiot, and there is a difference there that I'm just not doing a very good job of explaining. And there's also problems with like the pixelization. Like I understand that, the cards, the distortion from the cards and the images. I didn't think that was a killer factor because I never saw any like card that was just this massive outlier. Like you could even tell, like the amount a card was bent was giving us a result, very minor result. So it's actually you could actually determine bent cards by using this line trick. So it obviously works. It's obviously somewhat precise. And for the most part, it was just too hard for me to go and find a card that didn't even know the difference of, that might not even exist, and then bring it back for comparison. Like it was too difficult. Somebody has got to go and do a better job of creating some kind of a Yu-Gi-Oh card database where they actually have the cards themselves because they open them live in real time and put them side by side with, I don't know, first editions or whatever. And if you have those cards side by side, same height, same scale and everything, and you zoom in, you won't even need to draw cross lines, um, cross off, do the cards to see the differences. You'll be able to spot them, especially the color differences. And then finally, this. So if you want to collect the unlimited set, you're trying to get the original copies. I've mapped it out as best I could to stay away from the reprints. Like it's pretty easy, dude. Like to go to Gemini Elf, it took me like 15 seconds to go and see like a copy of Gemini Elf that was being sold that wasn't an original. It works. But if you're trying just to get the original copies, don't worry about the Tactical Evolution special editions. You get all Magic cards, and you do your best ordering them up. You want to try to buy them as complete as possible, right? If someone's selling the complete set, you look at it and make sure that's always the right thing to do, because hopefully some guy just, yeah, I found this box and they're all the same, and that you have all the same cards that are complete, like the commons. But if you have to buy them individually, you just do your best with the images online. You can ask questions to the seller. I hate to say this, but don't buy from the big box guys that are selling, multiple quantities of cards, like 6, because you're always going to get a reprint every single time. More than likely. Maybe, nah, that's not true. But you're going to get whatever they deemed. You're not going to know what you're going to get. So you want to buy from individual people where you're getting the exact card pictured. And after you do that, you get the cards, keep them available. When you have them all, you can take a look at them right away. When you have them all, you can kind of gather them all up. Um, you can take like a picture of them, pretty much. Take a picture of them to catalog them, put them away, and then at some point you have all the pictures assembled, and you can just click through one at a time and look at them and make sure that they're all cohesive. You'll be able to see the reprints pretty quick right away, and obviously those are the cards that you don't want. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I kind of want to talk about, but this video is pretty long. I got to get on with my day. And listen, I know this is madness. Okay, I didn't want to show you any red boxes today, and I skipped through, but you got some red boxes. Okay, but that's just for the Tactical Evolution. I hope this is pretty groundbreaking for you. That was the point of this video, was to just demonstrate like the differences in some of these cards, and it's not totally up in the air madness. Like hopefully this calmed it down a little bit, and you can kind of compartmentalize some of these categories. Like anything before 2003 tins that say Magic or what you want to collect. That's as good as you're going to be able to do. And this should help you achieve that, because first editions are so expensive right now. Like it's absolutely insane. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Feel free to tear me a new one in the comments if you want. I know this is crazy, but this was Labyrinth of Nightmare. Okay, this was a hard set to pick apart. Okay, real hard. It wasn't a lot of fun. I spent a lot of time on this, but I'm gonna go now. Look, I'm Scottimus 432. I appreciate it. I gotta go get ready for my day. And have a good one, and I'll see you out there. All right, guys. Bye.